situation, you don't understand.
No, I wouldn't allow to be in your situation. I wouldn't allow anybody to hurt my children.
You think I allow it?
That is my sister that you allowed to get.
I did not allow for her to get.
Yes, you did.
I wanted this to happen. Are you kidding me?
September 7th. You went back.
Yes, you didn't know what the things that happened between them.
He was there to help you. I called them so many times.
There were so many opportunities that you could have gotten her out, and you did not get her out.
When we spoke to Amanda Parker earlier this season, she told us that she wanted justice for her little sister, but she didn't know that she would ever get it.
They should have got life in prison and not what was the one charge that they got? It was like second-degree homicide or something. I think they should have got
Today,
like the fullest one.
She was unsatisfied with Samantha Delcamp's sentence. I reached out to Amanda to get her thoughts on this morning's outcome, and she said, "I don't feel justice was served. I know someone who was charged for retail theft and got 12 years, while she got 12 to 25 for murdering her child. There was no justice." So with Samantha's sentencing coming up, what are your kind of like hopes or thoughts on that?
Well, I'm hoping she gets more than what Jared got, but the reality is she probably won't. I mean, at the end of the day, justice is never really served, so I don't think any sentence will really make me happy.
Thank you for calling Samaritans of Merrimack Valley. We will connect you with a befriender shortly. Hi, Samaritans. This is Sarah.
Oh yeah, hi there. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's really okay to call here for this reason.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, there was just something on my mind that was just kind of bothering me. It's not directly related to me. However, I can somewhat relate to it. But, I just was honestly just a little bit triggered, a little bit upset about, this one story I heard. And, yeah, and I just wanted to share that with you for a little bit, if you... Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, it's kind of a long story, but I'll try to be as brief as possible. But, yeah, there was just this one news story I heard about. This was about a young mother who was abused by her boyfriend at the time, and the boyfriend was abusing her daughter as well. And eventually the little girl died from the injuries that were caused to her. And to my knowledge, it doesn't look like the mother abused the little girl, at least as far as I know. However, both of them were sent to prison. And basically it looks like, even though the mother was also a domestic abuse victim, even though she, or there was not any evidence that she abused her daughter too, she was sent to prison, and everyone seems to be like just hating more on the mother than on the boyfriend. And I just heard some stuff like online that was really disturbing to me that, if you have time, I wanted to go into a little more detail about, if that's okay.
Yeah, I have time.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, and of course, to let me know, I know it's none of my business. I don't know these people personally, okay? Like, I'm only getting, the information secondhand. But again, like I said, it was just really triggering to me because I feel like a lot of victim shaming is happening here. And I know what it's like to go through that, because I had been in that situation myself, or I had been in a similar situation as this girl had been. So anyway, I heard like one of the members of the family like say, oh, I hope that she gets more, that the mother gets more time than, the man who abused her and the little girl. Not in those same words, but, that was the gist of what she was saying. And then there was like another reporter. I heard this on some type of podcast, but then I just thought it was really weird, really disturbing. But he said that, when the boyfriend was abusing the mother and the little girl, that, the boyfriend was agreeing. No, wait, I'm sorry, that the podcaster was agreeing with the boyfriend that that she should have left, And I thought that was weird because
it's not that easy.
Yeah. I mean, that was what I was hearing, though. I mean, I couldn't believe it.
Fast. What was funny about that, not funny, but is that Samantha Delcamp came in and testified at all three. I mean, the first two, I should say. But she got on the stand.
So what did she say during Jared's?
That he beat her, that he hit her, and there's no doubt in my mind that he did. And he made Arabella walk up and down a hallway and march with that kid would have no idea what she was doing. And but Samantha did, and Samantha also had every opportunity in the world to get away. I don't disagree with him on that point. If she wanted to leave, she could have left.
But anyway, that was, I mean, from what I had read from some news articles, that was what the boyfriend was claiming. He was saying, oh no, I wasn't holding her against her will. She could have left any time. And I just thought it was really weird that, the reporter of that, that radio show or whatever was actually siding with the boyfriend against her, against the mother, the victim. That was, I couldn't believe that. Yeah.
And it's a shame. I've noticed, throughout the years in personal experience, it's easy to blame the mom. Why didn't you get out sooner? Why didn't you do this? Or, it's easier to blame the mom because mom is supposed to be the protector.
Right.
But it's not like you know the full story. It's not that easy to get away.
Yeah. It's really been frustrating to me because, I've been trying to explain this to people and, again, I don't know these people, I'm trying to be as fair as possible, but I just think it's just really, and I know that you can't tell me much about what could be going on in these people's minds either, because I know you don't know them either, but I guess you agree though that what they're saying or what these people are saying is weird.
It is. I've been in one of these situations my own self.
Oh, wow.
So I understand what it's like to be,
Yeah, I don't get it. And there's just so many, that's just one thing that's just kind of standing out to me. Even though I totally get that people are grieving over the little girl, I totally understand that. And, my heart does go out to the people who are grieving over this tragedy and everything. But still, I don't think it's entirely fair. And then, I don't even understand, why. I feel like these people are in a way almost incriminating their own selves with their own, weird comments that I'm seeing. Don't they bear some responsibility too? How is it that this was the older sister of the little girl. I'm just telling you, based on what I've heard. The sister was just saying, I hope that she gets more time than the abuser. I couldn't believe that. I was like, what?
That's disgusting.
I know. Why are people normalizing all this victim blaming and I even, I from what I was seeing, it looks like even the sisters of the woman that's in prison now, they were just saying stuff like, oh, I'm glad she's in prison. I'm glad that she learned her lesson. And even the mom was on her Facebook saying, oh, we tried to get her out, and then she went back and okay, fine. I appreciate that they tried to help her in some way, but I don't know if some people understand that domestic abuse can be like an addiction in a sense, if that, I guess, for example, mental illness can get very stigmatized. If a person suffers from depression, and they have difficulty taking care of their normal everyday tasks, people might just say, oh, well, you're just lazy, I mean, your arms and legs are not broken. All you have to do is just do it. But I mean, they don't understand that a depressed.
Yeah, but it's not easy.
Yeah. And that's what I'm kind of comparing this to. I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe she was emotionally broken from the emotional abuse that the man was giving her. And yeah, I'm just so repulsed by, I mean, just all the victim blaming and all the ways in which everyone is re-abusing her. And the court also is just, I don't know. I don't like this judge. I think he's just being incredibly cruel to the mother. And he gave her like a long sentence, I think 12 to 25 years. But yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the phrase, there's three sides to the truth? Mine, yours, and the actual truth? I feel like it's one of those situations. Because the mom has her own story. The boyfriend has his own story. So we can only take what they're saying with a grain of salt. To some degree, obviously, you know, something horrible happened, but... Yeah, and it doesn't look... At the end of the day, it's a shame that a little girl's dead at the hands of an abuser. Yeah. And mom should not be getting shamed the way that she is. Obviously, I'm sure she loved her little girl, but it's not that easy to get away. Yeah. I mean, a lot of these comments are also coming from people who claim that they were in that situation and that they did get away. And I think that's one of the reasons that she's getting shamed, you know, because, I mean, I just think that's, I don't think we would have enough time really to just cover everything, you know, in one phone call. But but I guess you get the general idea. Like, it's just. But it sounds like all this is upsetting you. It really is. It's really triggering because I mean, I lost a baby myself. I mean, my situation was a little different than hers. But, you know, I miscarried a baby because the father was beating me up. And I'm so sorry. That's why. I mean, should I be in prison too for that? You know, technically, you know, because I didn't leave in time before that happened. That's why my heart is really going out to the mom in this case. And I mean, I just can't believe how incredibly cruel society can be to domestic abuse victims. And because, you know, even if a person is claiming that they were once a victim and they got out, still, it does not necessarily mean that's the same for everyone. You see what I mean? Like 100%. Yeah. It might be easy for one person, but it doesn't mean it's easy for everyone else. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's just so many dynamics. And, you know, for example, a person could be disabled and that might be one of the reasons they can't leave or maybe some other people had more resources, you know, or more support and whatnot. You know, it really depends, I think. Well, but anyway. Did you see that show on Netflix called Made? What's the name of it? Made. Made as in... Made, like M-A-I-D, like a cleaning maid. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't think I heard of that, but what's it about? I don't think I saw it. It's about this woman. She was in a domestic violence situation, and she escaped with her baby. Well, a baby toddler at the time. And I think she was able to get away. So I think people who saw that are like, well, if she can get away and become super successful, why can't anyone else do that? Yeah, but I mean, from what I've heard, like women and children, statistically, they get killed, you know, for leaving their partners, from what I've looked up. Oh, yeah, that's what the woman struggled. I mean, it's based on a true story. She struggled. She was on food stamps. She definitely feared for her life. She had to overcome a lot of obstacles. Yeah, I imagine. It's not like, oh, you leave a domestic violence situation, you're going to become super successful. You have to survive. Yeah, definitely. And I'm absolutely not, you know, advocating that you should not leave if there's, you know, an opportunity to leave. But I mean, it's like you said, it's not always so easy or even possible for some people, you know. It's just, And it's a shame. Well, I don't know what else I could possibly do. I mean, before we end the call, I was just wondering if you have any suggestions for how we can
I know I'm only one insignificant person, but I would like to advocate for her.
You matter.
Yeah, but to try to end things on a positive note, though, do you think there's any way I could I would like to speak up for this girl. I mean, I've just been kind of posting stuff online, like asking people to, be more understanding, if they could just stop re-abusing her. She's already feeling bad enough. But people, they don't really want to hear it. They just...
No, you're doing a great job. Even calling me was something great to do.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've heard the story.
Thanks for listening. It's good. It's always refreshing to,
of course.
'cause, I mean, there's so many crazy, weird people out there saying stupid things. So, I'm glad to get a sane voice for a change. So, thank you for that.
You're welcome.